Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Goose Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, this literally does not work. Life has been so freaking crazy. A few days ago, it was really too hot to have my fire pit on. In fact, here's what's crazy. We ended up doing the outdoor studio here. I love this. This is my favorite place in the house. When I can come out here, sit down at my outdoor studio desk, I've got actually four computer screens. It's hooked up to that Alienware computer. I can do all kinds of stuff. I can't wait until the season starts when I got, three people sitting around the table here, where we're doing our commentary of the game. I'll have the 55-inch TV with a different game on. I literally will have right now, here's what I have that's out here. There's two 32-inch TVs. There's a 55 and a 65. I'm going to go ahead and get the direct TV package for 2 years only because they'll be losing it after that. But this is going to be a sports club. This literally will be a sports club, and we are going to do it up. Now, last year, as the season got colder and things, and later in the season, I wanted to get one of those patio heaters, that radiates. The problem is because of the pandemic, there were so many people who wanted to get those, or so many restaurants that you couldn't find them. You could not find them, or you could find them like on Amazon, and they were normally like $250. They were like $4.99 and up, and the delivery was like January or February. And it's like the football season will be over by then. I don't need it then. And I was like, that's a whole lot of money for one of those. So of course, it became springtime, and when I went down to my cousin's house, and if you're watching, cuz I got you covered, man. It's been busy. I'm gonna get that bar sink put in there too, man. It's just that's one of them difficult jobs. It ain't gonna be easy because you got all that stuff in that utility room that I'm gonna have to climb over and around the clock. It ain't gonna be easy, but I'll get to it. But anyway, they had the patio heaters at Home Depot for $169. I was like, damn. So I bought one. Here's what's even crazier. They had them at BJ's on clear sale for $99. So I bought two at BJ's with the intention of taking back the other one to Home Depot. Because I said, well, I don't think I need three. But then again, at $99, might as well hold on to them. But I figured I'm not going to be able to use those until, next season. But then came the draft, and it got cold during the draft. But that was, end of April, beginning of May. So I figured, okay, I'll put one together. We put one together. It worked pretty good, except it was real windy, so it blew away all the heat. But since that time, I've used it a couple of times. But I got a cover for it, so that way I can protect it. I figure it's going to be in that cover and not used until next year. It's 47 degrees right now. Memorial weekend. 47 freaking degrees. I know I'm wearing shorts. My feet are frozen right now here on the bottom, but it's cold. This is crazy. And it's been raining. It's kind of stopped for the moment, but raining off and on yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Oh, it is what it is. And I know your guys are like, man, you are just so Mark. I like when you talk about the Cowboys, but you take so much damn time to get there. And I'm sorry. I'm long-winded. Understand. I'm not like Skywalker, one of them 30-somethings, some young people that, okay? I'm old. And you get a story when I talk, okay? Because, come on, have a seat, grab a drink, and you're going to get a story when you're dealing with me. So, sitting here, and of course, looking back over what transpired last year, and thinking about where we were last year at this point, we did the draft virtual reality. Wasn't mad about it. Actually, I enjoyed it a lot more because had I been in Vegas for the draft like we were originally planning, I wouldn't have caught Philly 500 having that meltdown like I did. It was actually really good because I could share with you guys via the Zoom call. That was a lot of fun, and I enjoyed it. But this time last year, those new drafted players, they couldn't go in and meet with the team. They couldn't have OTA workouts in person. I'm betting a lot of them didn't even have a gym to be able to go to, because think about it. You get drafted and you got to move to that city during a pandemic. You couldn't go to the training facilities, and most gyms were closed. So, how did you work out? How did you get to know your teammates? You had a new coach. And this is where I'm looking at this from the standpoint of Mike Nolan versus Dan Quinn. When they hired Dan Quinn, we got some Cowboy fans that no matter what happens, it's the worst thing in the world. It's the dumbest move they could make. I'm curious for those who said Dan Quinn, oh, he's a loser. He went to the Super Bowl and lost. Yeah. Yeah. I'm curious how they're feeling about Dan Quinn thus far. I'm not going to trash Mike Nolan. My man DeMario had a lot of great things to say about him. I think that was a circumstance that just didn't fit. And sometimes people don't fit everywhere or the situation. But I think about where we are right now. I know I'm Mr. Optimistic. I know I'm Mr. Homer. I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan. I'm going to look for the positives. But here's what I see different from last year. First of all, we know by the time the season got here that we had people whose feathers were in a ruffle, that didn't like the change. Because I'll be honest with you, for the most part, we still kind of have the same plan. Going from a 4-3 to our base being a 3-4. Right? A hybrid. Isn't that exactly the same thing that Mike Nolan was preaching? Hey, we're a 4-3, we're a 3-4, we're a hybrid. Our base defense is going to be a 3-4, and in certain situations will be a 4-3. Same philosophy, maybe a little bit different tweaks of things, but we're still talking about doing the exact same thing that we did last year. Just a different coach. Same game, different coach. But I feel like, A, we have a lot of newer players here. We don't have a lot of carryovers. And in fact, when you look at this defense over the course of the last two seasons, we've done a lot of change. A lot. Our defensive front, with the exception of D-Law, D-Law is the only guy that's going to be a starter on that defensive line that was here 2 years ago. Think about that. Gallimore, he'll be a starter. I believe Quentin Bohannon, he's going to be a starter. Tristan Hill, maybe. Or Keith Urban. And Randy Gregory. Totally different defense than what was there 2 years ago. Now Jalen Smith will be there. The 9-1-1 defense. Parsons, Jalen Smith. It's a whole nother piece. And it looks like you got a new man in charge. In Micah. I'm sorry. And let me say something here. Growing up, and still to this day, I have dyslexia. I am fantastic. You know, I can literally build something completely from memory. I can do all the calculations in my head, measurements. I'm building right now a TV stand that's going to be gorgeous, totally different. It's going to be really, really cool. But I see it in my head and I make it a reality because it's harder for me to read plans. In the same sense, I have dyslexia where my E's and C's look like they're the same thing. My 3's and 5's, my B's and D's. And I could learn the night before how to spell something, but yet the next day it can be completely lost. Because when you're dyslexic, you see something and it gets reversed by the time it goes to your brain. It doesn't mean you're stupid, because people will say, oh, he's dyslexic. No, there's a lot of geniuses out there that are dyslexic. It's just, it gets lost in translation. And when I say Micah or Mika, to me, in my mind, I just can't get it straight. I know it's Mike, but somehow it gets reversed when it comes out my mouth. It's like, and I had the same problem, and I'm still not even sure which way it is. Trayvon or Tavon? I really don't know which one it is. It's not a matter of being lazy, it's just, it does not stick. So when you guys go through and just tell me I'm an idiot and all that, it's not going to help me. It's not going to change it. Sorry. It's my weakness. And you can either understand, because you know if I say Micah or Mika, you know I'm talking about Parsons. You can choose, if it bothers you that much, not to watch, because I'm going to make that mistake. I will say Gallimore or Gillimore. I don't know which it is. He's been here 2 years now. I still can't get it right. That's just the way it is. That's what you're going to get here. So forgive me if my dyslexia bothers you. So take your non-dyslexic like it ass elsewhere. Okay? I do the best I can. Micah Parsons is being bred to be the new leader of this defense. This whole crew is totally different. In which case, they're not set in their ways where they are actually like a sponge. And I believe, until proven differently, that Dan Quinn is more of that people person, that guy that, like me, I'm better off being the guy that's actually building the stuff. It doesn't mean I don't know how to do and run the whole job, but my thing that's best for me is getting my hands dirty, making those cuts, seeing the vision of putting it together, doing that paperwork, and I can do it, but it's not the thing that I do best. And that's where I think the difference is on this defense right now and where we are. I think we are a night and day different position, even though we're basically trying to do the same thing. But I think because Dan Quinn is actually better relating with the players and getting them to buy in what he's teaching, that from that standpoint alone, from the standpoint of having younger guys who aren't coming in with already injuries, guys that don't have that name and reputation, that are trying to make that will be a better defense. And I'm going to give you a little bit of hope here too, because the Washington football team, you know, everybody talks about how great their defense is, and I think they were 6th in points scoring defense last year. And I want to say that the year before, they were somewhere in the 20s. I want to say, and I may be wrong, don't quote me. It may be 19 or 21. I saw it this morning. I can't remember for sure. But if it was 19 and they jumped up 13 spots, or if it was 21 and they jumped up 15 spots, we were 28. If we can make that kind of a jump and get to 15, that's all I need, bro. That's all I need. You get me that much, we can smoke some people. Whew. All right, y'all. It's been a busy day. I haven't been trying to show. I'm afraid my friend Richard might be watching, and I want it to be a surprise reveal with this table for his TV that I'm building. But you can best believe, ain't nobody in the world got anything like this thing. And it's going to be cool. It's going to be really, really cool. And I'm going to try and see if I can get it finished. And maybe take it to him on Monday so I can show you guys as well. Hope y'all are having a great Memorial weekend. Don't forget about those who are no longer with us. I'll see you guys later. Oh, didn't turn off that light. See? Damn dyslexia. Got shit backwards again.